welcome. This is your boy, the host with the most, but humble, and I do mean humble, the Nostradamus, aka Derek, and I'm here, of course, on a Saturday. I'm doing it on Saturday. On a Saturday to give you the hungry, happy, healthy people here at a WrestleCram, of course. The WrestleCram weekend show. Thank you so much. If you're watching it today, you're watching it tomorrow, you're watching it next week. I truly do thank you from the bottom of my heart to the depths of my loins. I truly do thank you. Without you guys, it truly wouldn't be me. And I thank you so much. I thank you so much. My humble eyes each and every single time I'm allowed to do this. How about that? Love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. So, let's get into it. Of course, today we're gonna talk about the Creed brothers. This has been all over the news and whatnot. The Creed brothers may not be going to the main roster or whatnot. I'll be getting into that. Also, we're gonna get into Big E, his update. Very awesome little thing. It's very long, but I want to get into it and talk about that as well. Also, we're gonna talk about WWE Smackdown. We're going to also talk about AEW Rampage. And also we're going to do my top 10 of the week that was. And I'm going to get a little deeper into that for right now, just to let y'all know what was going on, okay? So, Collision is on Saturdays. So, the top 10 is going to be starting on Saturday and ending on Friday. So, on Collision, on the tag in on Collision, that will be a brand new week. So the week that I'm going to be doing my top 10 for is going to be last Saturday until Friday. That's going to be my top 10 for the wrestlers of the week that was. That's how it's going to work now, okay? So, but don't forget, we did knock out the Axe WrestleCram show, very fun show and whatnot. If you want to get your questions in tomorrow you will be able to get your questions in. I will put out the new feed for y'all to go ahead and get your questions in. You can always do that. You have until Thursday to get all of your questions in and enjoy that. And I will have that show out for y'all on Friday. Also, don't forget, I am on Twitter. I'm on the Twitters at The Real Derek, DERRICKG 86. Also, I'm on the TikToks as well at D Nostradamus. And your boy does have a Facebook group page. It is called WrestleCram Super Club. WrestleCram Super Club. Do not forget to go check it out over there as well, you guys. It's absolutely not private. Go over there and go check yourself out. I look really buff in this shirt. It's in the rotation. But I am not buff, trust me. I just look there. I look really good. I look really good in the shirt. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. Like, share, and subscribe as well. But let's get into it. We're going to talk about the Creed brothers first. This is from Cultaholic.com. Don't forget to go check out Cultaholic.com. Go over there and hang out with those bad boys on their Facebook group page. Also, their YouTube channel. I love Cultaholic.com. Go check them out. The WWE NXT tag team that seemed like they were going to leave developmental might not be going anywhere. The Creed brothers lost a loser leave town match to the Dyad on Tuesday, July 4th edition of NXT, with Julius being pinned following an interference from a masked, red-hooded gentleman or whatnot, and the double code breaker from the former grizzled young veterans. It appeared that the tag team would be moving to either Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown without Ivy Nile. Especially since reports noted that WWE were high on both Brutus and Julius Creed. That might be the case. However, as Dave Nelson reported on the Wrestling Observer newsletter, that one person very close to the situation says that loser leave town match was just an angle, and the Creed brothers would be back on NXT Another person who should know what is going on on there said a final decision has not been made. Meltzer uh, noted those in charge in NXT could be telling people a story about the Creed brothers remaining in development to stop their main roster call up from leaking. Of course, if you don't know, the Creed brothers have had the NXT championships, and they have been in NXT since 2021. Here's my take on it. I think this is the first time I'm gonna agree with Dave Meltzer. I really do. Here's the thing. I think I'm agree with him. I think that they are going to the main roster. They're going to the main roster. I just think that they're just trying to poison the well per se and say, hey, we need to not let everybody know that they're going to main roster. I know they're going to main roster. Everybody and their mama should be knowing that they're going to main roster. I just think that, they want it to be a huge surprise. We may not even see them until another month from now. I guarantee they're probably taking a little bit of vacation, and eventually we will see them hopefully on SmackDown on the main roster eventually. What more can you say with the storyline that they're going to come back after they've been banned from NXT to do it again? Okay, we can do this. If you want me to fantasy book, I'll fantasy book for you. What they can do? They can be in the office with Shawn Michaels. They can look at the camera and say, well, technically, it wasn't a fair match. We did lose, but we didn't lose the way that we were supposed to. So can we get another shot at the dyad for them to, get them kicked off of NXT? That would be the only thing I can possibly think of with this situation. But that storyline would be just so far-fetched, and it wouldn't make any sense. So, they didn't lose. They lost. Even though the referee wasn't looking, the guy, the masked person, did a huge headbutt, knocking out Julius, giving them the opportunity to put that finisher on Julius to win the match. What more can you say? What more can you say? And of course, it looks like Ivy Nile is setting up a match between her and the NXT Women's Champion. So we will see what happens with that situation as well. But once again, I truly think that I put money on it that they're going to have a small vacation, probably a month, couple of months, for everybody can get the taste out of the Creed brothers. So we don't know where they're going. And eventually they will come out of nowhere with biker jackets on, and they'll go to main roster and make themselves heard over there on SmackDown. Hopefully SmackDown. I keep going to SmackDown because they need to be on SmackDown. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. But we'll see. But let's get from there. Let's get to the update from Big E and a timeline of maybe his return. This is from WrestleZone.com. Don't forget to go check out WrestleZone.com. I love their Facebook group page, their website as well, and they do have a YouTube channel, so go check them out as well. I love WrestleZone.com. Let's see. Hold on. I'm sorry. Big E does not have a timeline for his return. On March 11, 2021 episode of WWE SmackDown, Big E landed on his neck with Ridge Holland suplexing him at the ring side for the former WWE champion, revealed that he fractured his C1 and C6 vertebrae. In April, he provided an update and noted that he had new scans done for his fractures, and so it took more time to heal. Speaking on WWE after the bell with Corey Graves and Kevin Patrick, Big E was asked to describe how he has been feeling. And this is Big E actually talking on the show Beyond the Bill. I feel great. Unfortunately, I don't have a timeline, but the great thing is I feel 100%. I don't even feel like someone who broke their neck. My mobility is incredible. It's great. My strength is great. I have no issues whatsoever. I wish I had some answers on returning to the ring. I got nothing, unfortunately. But I really, the really beautiful thing is I feel great. My body feels great. He continues saying, I'm very thankful for that. So yeah, life is good. I'm blessed. I can walk around. I can touch my toes. I can go to the gym. All those things. So I'm really grateful. After that, it says Big E then explained his gratitude to for the doctors and everyone who helped him. He also made it clear that he was grateful for the support he had received throughout his recovery, and he explained that he felt fortunate to be alive and in good health. This is Big E now talking again. I wanted to say thank you so much for the EMTs who were there. Very timely. Big E said, I thought it was a little contusion. I didn't even think my neck was broken. I was like, I'll just get up. But thankfully, people got me before I could even do that. So thankful for the people in Birmingham at the hospital, Dr. Dress, who took care of me. For everyone was just there for me. For the people who text me, who emailed me, the people who checked in, fans, peers, family, loved ones. He continues and says, oftentimes we look at the internet, we look at at Twitter. We think of wrestling Twitter. Sometimes it can be a dark place. It can be less than ideal. But for me, I saw a beautiful community that reached out, that wanted to support me, that was there for me, not just the day of, or the day after, but weeks after, months after. I really am so proud to be a part of this community, to be a part of this industry because of that. And I'm really grateful for all those things. So thank you to everyone. I love you guys. I appreciate the love and the support. I am doing beautifully. Mind, body, and soul. All those things are incredible. I'm fortunate to be alive, blessed to be alive. I'm grateful. Thank you all. I love you. The following injury, Big E has remained involved with the WWE in other ways, participating in the next in line. It's NIL. I don't know what that is. The NIL program. Big E previously said, "I want to make the best decision regarding his future." And look, I will tell you like this: even if I wanted to read all that because I love Big E, and Big E is just the most positive person in all of wrestling. Like that's how positive he is, and I love him to death. I think he's a great person. I think he is one of those motivators to just be there. And I will say this: if he does not come back ever to wrestle, I'll be okay with that. Because here's the thing: Big E is so conscious about his health that he doesn't care what anybody says. Okay, he doesn't care what anybody says. He's gonna get the okay to go, and then if he feels like he's okay to go after the doctors tell him that he's okay to go, and he still says I'm not okay to go, He's not going to do it because he's going to worry about himself. And remember, if you know me, the first thing that I'm going to worry about when it comes to wrestlers is your health and then get your money. He's getting both. Whatnot. I mean, he is a great person, and I'm happy because I do follow him on Twitter. I think he's just one of the funniest guys to follow on Twitter. If you have not went and signed up, go and find Big E and just go. He's just that full of positivity. That makes no sense how good he is, and I respect him times 12. I love him to death. I just want him to continue to have that type of energy with him, and I love him to death. I really do. Keep healing. And I'm going to keep sending that positive energy. Everybody else, make sure you send that positive energy to Big E as well. I actually saw that. I actually saw what happened. I saw it live on TV. So I was like, oh my goodness. And I thought it was fake too. I thought, when I saw it, and I did see that it was a nasty botch, So, it happens. Things like that happen. I'm not gonna crap. We're not gonna crap on Rich Holland. I mean, I think he's still green. I think he's still learning on the fly. So I mean, it happens. But much love to both of them. I'm happy Big E is doing great, and hopefully we'll get a New Day reunion pretty soon. Apparently, Kofi Kingston is not injured anymore. He's off the DL list as well. But, much love to both of those people, all three of those people, all four of those people. I just named New Day and Rich Holland. How about that? And me too. All right. So, but let's get from those, from the news, let's get into the little meat part of it because, I have a sandwich. So I got news, I got the shows, and then I have the ending part. The ending part will be, of course, the top 10 this go around. So, but let's talk about Smackdown. Smackdown was a very interesting show. I didn't think it was the best of best shows because we got like almost 40 minutes of just talking, and we got like another 30 minutes of just talking. So in the middle we got wrestling, but it was like really, so I was like, yeah, okay, I guess, but let's get into it. We got of course they did the main event, which was the Civil War of the Bloodline, the Usos versus Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns. Of course, they showed, again, Jay, the one that pinned Roman Reigns. So today they were going to do a tribal tribunal or whatnot, some type of a court case, trying to, I guess, punt out the tribal chief or whatnot. So what we do get is we get the Usos starting off on the show, saying that they said. And this is verbatim what they said. They said he couldn't be beat. They said he is unbeatable. But guess what? Guess what happened at Money in the Bank? I guess, so they told him, they beat him. Guess what happened at Money in the Bank, baby? Guess what happened at Money in the Bank? He got beat. After that, Paul Heyman gets on the mic. He interrupts, and right beside him is Solo Sikoa. He says, he is going to be the defense for Roman Reigns. And then the Usos tell you, shut your mouth. And they said, so Paul Heyman says the only person that can tell Paul Heyman to shut their mouth is the tribal chief. And then after that, Solo grabs the mic, throws it on the ground, and we get Roman Reigns. He comes out. Apparently, his reign now is 1,041 days. 1,041 days of the tribal chief. After that, we get some type of tribal court. But he says, we got you. We got a chant saying that you got pinned. You got pinned. And then he says he told Madison Square Garden to acknowledge him, of course. And he says, yeah, Madison Square Garden, yeah, I did get pinned. Of course I got pinned. But I'm still the tribal chief. I'm still the champion. The crowd says, started calling Roman Reigns the tribal chief. So I mean, hey, he still gets the one on my end. It is what it is. So Roman says, dude, that crowd that says tribal chief, they're talking about me. He looked at Jimmy, he said, Jimmy, you will never be the tribal chief. And he looks at Jay, said, you will never be the tribal chief. He says that What are we doing anyway? I'm the tribal chief. Nobody can put a tribunal or nobody can do a case except me. Like, what? Why am I here? What is the point of me being here? So Jimmy says Exhibit A. So they show the video of just him being a complete dick, a complete butthole, the entire go around. After that, Roman says, "I did this because I was chose to do this. I was built to do this. I was made to be an asshole." So he's like, "Dude, my daughter is in there, and now she looked at the video. I don't know what to tell her now because I looked at all of these snippets of me being a butthole." He says, he's like, "Dude, I don't need to be here. I don't need to be here. I could be having umbrella service right now. I truly don't need to be here." He says that he is done. He says, "I can be done. I'm done." So what he did was he put the tribal chief necklace around Jay, and then he takes his championship belt off. He throws it to the ground, and he falls on both knees to acknowledge Jay. But we get a low blow by Roman Reigns. Jimmy is truly pissed behind this. He attacks Roman. Solo Sikoa throws him to the ground. Jimmy gets thrown to the ground, of course. And then we get the tribal chief. The necklace is on the ground. We see Solo Sikoa looking at the tribal chief necklace. I was like, "Oh, this is just getting too juicy," or whatnot. So Solo Sikoa spikes Jimmy. Jay attacks Uso. Jay attacks both Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa delivers a super rock bottom on Jay. Roman delivers a Superman punch to Jimmy. After that, they wrap Jay into the ropes to show how they're just gonna destroy Jimmy, and that's where Roman gets the steps and just attacking him over and over again with the steps. Jimmy finally gets out of the ropes. He knocks out Solo Sikoa. He goes after Roman Reigns, but at the end of everything, Roman finally gets Jimmy, throws him onto the commentator's desk, where Solo Sikoa does a body splash, knocking him completely out. That was the end of that. We got a lot of public officials or enhancement talent coming out to try to break everything off. Roman's like, "Y'all better get out the way. Y'all better get the fuck out the way." But after that, that was the end of that. When we get back from commercial, Jimmy is rushed to the hospital. But we get Sheamus in the ring. So it'll be Sheamus versus Austin Theory for the United States title. Usually when they announce championships, both people are in the ring, and we get a spotlight on both of them. That didn't happen this go around. That's why I knew that this was not going to be the best of best matches. And I was right. This was not the best of best matches. Austin Theory attempts a 10 heartbeat, didn't get past 4. After that, we get a situation where Pretty Deadly comes in to distract the ref, giving opportunity for Austin Theory to try to get a win. We get the rest of the Brawling Brutes to come out. We get a bro kick onto one of the members of Pretty Deadly, and that gives the opportunity for Austin Theory to roll him up and retain his title. I will say this, unfortunately, just like Gallows and their title run, Austin Theory is just an irrelevant champion right now. I hate to sound like that, but he is just not that guy right now. It's a sucky situation. That's all I can say. It's a really sucky situation that goes down with this with everything, with I'm guessing the win against John Cena, just the bad mic skills that he has as of right now, and I've been saying this over and over and over again. I would love for him to go back to NXT, have a run as the world champion over there in NXT after, of course, Carmelo Hayes and his title run. Just have him, just go back and do that for a little bit. Try to get his mic skills better than what they are, because we get the same thing from him. And, in the ring, he's a great wrestler. Hands down. Really fun wrestler. It's just everything else that comes with the package is just not what's up. I hate to sound like that, because apparently he is supposed to be the person that takes the torch after whoever has the torch now. I'm guessing Roman Reigns, he's supposed to be the next person. So we'll see. After that, we get another fun Grayson Waller effect. Yeah, we get that. Okay, so his guest is Edge, and Grayson Waller is saying that we have a huge announcement, but they're just saying that Edge is saying this is my 25th anniversary with the company, of course. And he said one of his first matches was at SummerSlam 1998. He was just pointing out, certain areas where it was flipped around and whatnot. And Grayson Waller just stops everything and says, you know what? We're done. Edge is retiring. Oh, yeah. He's a boo. Yeah. He's retiring. So Edge's like, dude, I'm not retiring. He's like, as a matter of fact, I talked to the upper management, and I'm gonna have a match tonight, and it's gonna be with you. Either you're gonna sink or you're going to swim. And that was the end of that. I thought that was gonna be the main event. I was sadly mistaken. After that, we get a Karrion Kross versus AJ Styles match. Apparently that Karrion Kross actually has a real life leg injury. Don't know what it is, but it was taped up really, really good. That's why I know that it had to be legit, because it was wrapped really good. They didn't go too long. Scarlett tried to grab AJ's legs. Mia Yim Bigfoots the shit out of Scarlett, giving the opportunity for AJ Styles for a phenomenal forearm. That was the end of that. I mean, it looks like he actually had a legitimate injury, so they had to get that really done really quickly. After that, we get a video package of course, Charlotte Flair versus the Asuka match last week in London, where it was Asuka that won, I guess, because of disqualification due to Bianca Belair. After that, we get a in-ring promo with Asuka. Asuka didn't say a lot because Bianca Belair comes out. She attacks Asuka. After that, we get Charlotte. Charlotte attacks Bianca Belair. We get an Asuka where Asuka almost does a suicide dive. But we get Io Sky and Bayley. They attack Asuka with the Money in the Bank briefcase. We get a Rose Plant. Then we get a Moonsault. And then we almost get a cash-in. But Bianca Belair attacks Bayley. Charlotte attacks Io Sky. And Asuka grabs the belt and just runs away. I mean, this is going to be very interesting. See what happens with this. Very fun. Very fun. You see how Money in the Bank, how it's supposed to be? That's how it's supposed to be, you guys. So, after that, we get a recap of the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, of course. And after that, we get the Edge versus Grayson Waller match, which was a very fun match. Very long. I think it was a little too long, matter of fact. Edge was very dominant at the beginning of the match. But we get Grayson Waller. He was attempting to end it really quick with a spear, but that did not happen. They go outside where Grayson Waller gets the advantage. We get a nice execution. I didn't see that move in a very long time. But it looked like that Grayson Waller was actually hurt. It did look like he was hurt. I don't know if he was just playing, but it looked like he was really hurt. But he did go the distance. So Edge tries another spear. That didn't happen. Grayson Waller goes outside. He tries to do that really nice stunner, but he gets caught by a spear for Edge to win the match. Edge gets back on the mic and says, "You swam." And that was him just, I guess, passing the torch to him. But after that, we get Roman Reigns back out, where he's saying, "I'm tired. Madison Square Garden, y'all ain't, everybody in New York now, has to acknowledge me. I am the tribal chief. After that, we get the Uso song comes out. We waiting on them, waiting on Jay to come. He's coming from the Raptors. He's actually in the crowd, walking out, going there. Solo Sikoa meets him on the outside, where Jay attacks Solo, eliminating him. And then we get a chair. We get a chair. And Roman tries to hit him with the championship belt. Jay hits him with the chair. Hits him one more time. And then we get another one where Solo grabs the chair, turns around, gives him a whole bunch of hits with the chair. He rolls out, and then we get he grabs the title, and then Jay gets on the mic. He says, he said, now you're gonna take Jimmy away from me, huh? I guess what the tribal chief you're looking for now. Now we're gonna do a trial by combat or whatnot, and all I need from you is to say yes, so I can whoop that ass. And he still is holding the title. I mean, it's so we will get that match at, of course, SummerSlam. Now the thing is, will he lose? That's the thing. We got 5 weeks to see what will happen with this situation. Once again, lots of segments in this show. Like I said, the best match was probably the Edge and Grayson Waller match. But this match was kind of dry due to the fact that it was mostly Bloodline stuff. And I think LA Knight did a dark match. I mean, it wasn't a lot of people on this show, to say the least or whatnot. But it is what it is. I mean, if I had to rate it, 1 to 10, I'll give it like a 6 or whatnot, because it was Bloodline heavy to announce something that's gonna happen 5 weeks from now. So yeah, they're setting it up, because I think Roman's probably gonna be gone for a little bit of time now. But on from SmackDown or whatnot, let's go to, of course, AEW Rampage. This is episode 100 of AEW Rampage. They did. I mean, it wasn't really a celebration or whatnot. I don't think of it as a celebration. It was just matches. I mean, they did say, over and over again, this is 100, the 100th episode. But I mean, it really wasn't, usually when you have a milestone like that, you'll have a lot of packages of what happened in some of the Dynamites or whatnot. I mean, the Rampages. But we didn't get anything like that. We just got straight order to the point or whatnot. So we get the Elite versus Dark Order. This was a very interesting match until the very end. Lots of craziness when it comes to, of course, Nick Jackson. Matt Jackson doing a lot of Northern Light specials. Grabs another person, does a double Northern Light special. We get Nick Jackson with a crazy suicide on the outside. He should have tagged in, but he didn't. But he did a suicide outside. I mean, it was just very weird. Just a lot of crazy stuff or whatnot. Too fast for my taste. Once again, you already know I'm not a huge fan of multi-man tags anyway. But at the very end, we were going to get a Elite winning type of situation. But Konosuke Takeshita comes out of nowhere and he distracted the ref, giving the opportunity for Claudio Castagnoli with a beautiful uppercut for Dark Order to actually win. The Dark Order just does not care about Hangman Page anymore. They could care less about Hangman Page. So they was like, y'all need to go. So they do leave. They walk away. And Konosuke Takeshita and Claudio Castagnoli, they have chairs. So they're about to just beat the living crap out of the Elite until Kenny Omega comes in to save the day. He has his own chair as well. But, they do back off. And, of course, don't forget, we will be getting a match, Blood and Guts, I think in a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, give or take. We'll find out. But after that, we get a QTV segment. They congratulated, of course, Powerhouse Hobbs on his match for the semifinals. Also, they congratulated Johnny TV and, of course, QT Marshall on their wins last week. And they also wanted to congratulate Anthony Bowens on the cover of 26 magazine. Never heard of the magazine, but congratulations to Anthony Bowens. After that, they was just talking about Johnny. They had a video package of Johnny TV listening to the acclaimed rap, and he does like a really cool kick and kicks the phone, or the I guess the I don't know what it was, a Walkman. I'm showing my age, you guys. I don't know. He's showing something. He kicked it in the bin, and he called it trash. I was into that. After that, we get the Matt Hardy and Jeff Jarrett versus Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia. This is the very first blind elimination tournament match of the night. We got one more after this. It was pretty. It was interesting. It was very interesting. I kind of knew Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia was going to win, but I didn't know that they were going to win in a situation where they're kind of clashing heads or whatnot. Now, if you don't know, on Dynamite, I do have Dynamite out there if you want to look at it, where Chris Jericho was offered a spot in the Don Callis family. And he was like, I'll think about it. And everybody was like, dude, you have your own faction. What are you doing? He's like, y'all need to branch out for yourself. Branch out for yourself. Fill the pool. Branch out, do what you got to do. And, they did announce that they will be facing Jeff Jarrett and Matt Hardy in a match. So, I mean, it was a very interesting match. We thought that we was going to get a guitar hit. We get Jay Lethal throwing the guitar in the ring for Matt Hardy to use. He did not use it. We get a beautiful GTA on to Matt Hardy for Daniel Garcia to tag himself in to pin and win the match. So Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara they're just bumping heads already, but they do qualify for the next round. After that, everybody starts attacking Matt Hardy. In comes Brother Zay. He gets destroyed as well, but out comes All Ego Ethan Page to even the score, almost getting a Rager's edge onto your boy. Goodness gracious, Jay Lethal, Jay Lethal, but Sagnum Singh grabs him, and that was the end of that. A face turn, we get a face turn, you guys. From All Ego Ethan Page. After that, we get a Cardi Ishida versus Ari Safir. Not a really huge match to go home to. I will say this though, we got a women's match. It was okay, but it just wasn't. It didn't, wasn't that good or whatnot. Of course, the Cardi Ishida wins with that katana. Crazy kick to the face, and that was the end of that. I mean, she wins pretty easily. So I'm guessing that's gonna build up to the match for the TBS champion, which is Chris Statlander. She does get a backstage interview. They asked, how does she feel about her reign as of right now? She said she feels pretty good about it. She says that she will defend her title any place, anywhere. I have an open challenge. Anytime you want to do it. I have defeated the undefeated. And, she praises, of course, Jade Cargill. And I should put that on the shirt. So, hey, put it on the shirt because you have defeated the undefeated or whatnot. After that, we get the main event, which is Trent Beretta and Matt Sydal versus Big Bill and Brian Cage. This is the last match for the blind eliminator tag for the night. They got a lot of offense in. I mean, this was a very, for it to be 10 minutes, it was a lot of fun. Out of all the matches, I will say this was the match to probably watch. I truly enjoyed it. It was really fun. But the muscle, the tallness, everything that came to pass or whatnot. Of course, they won with a powerbomb, and that was the end of that, getting them to advance to the next round as well. Happy 100 episodes for Rampage. I'm happy that they're doing a great job. Good to see Kenny Omega on the show and the Young Bucks. I know the Young Bucks do Rampage every blue moon, but it's good to see those men on there as well. I mean, the opening was really fun. The ending was really fun. Just the middle part was kind of bland, and I hate that. But just like with SmackDown was like a ton of just segments. It was not a good. This was pure wrestling, so I got my wrestling in for Friday. But with SmackDown, I got a lot of just talking. So I got all my talking in on there as well. So it all evened itself out, So let's get on from that to my top 10 of the week that was. Then let's get on to it. Now I'm going to do an honorable mention first. Number 11 is going to be Edge. Edge did a great job with that situation. So great job to Edge. Really fun match with Grayson Waller. Great job with that. But number 10, I'm going to go with Brian Cage and Big Bill, the main event of Rampage. Really, really fun show. Number 9, I'm going to go with the Dyad. Really fun main event. Of course, they did win and knocked the Creed brothers out of NXT, so that was really fun. Number 8, Ruby Soho. Ruby Soho beating Britt Baker to advance in the Owen Hart tournament as well. Great job. Really fun show. I mean, match. I hate that the outsiders are still kind of, or the outcasts. The outcasts are still kind of We'll see what happens with that. After that, we got Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks, of course, advancing on his match of the Owen Hart men's tournament, beating Juice Robinson clean. So, now that was the end of that. Number 6. This is very weird because usually I don't put people that lost on the top 10. But number 6, I have Natalya. One of the best women's matches of probably the year as of right now. Natalya, number 6. Number 5, I have Rhea Ripley winning that match with one of the greatest women's matches of this year as well. Number 4, Samoa Joe. Man, did a great job at the main event over there at Collision. Number 3, Kenny Omega beating Willa Yuta, to win the main event over there at Dynamite. Number 2, Jey Uso, just cleaning house, doing a great job being the number 1 contender for Roman Reigns' Undisputed Championship. And number 1, I have, of course, MJF and Adam Cole, baby. The segment first, and then the match, and then after the match, when they wished Adam Cole a happy birthday. Everything was just so good. If you don't do anything this week, watch the segment when they're in the gym. Also watch when they go when they have the tag match, of course, with the Butcher and Cool Daddy Magic, Daddy Magic, and just the birthday thing where he sings. It's just so good. It's so good. Number 1, hands down, number 1. So let's go again. Number 10, I have Brian Cage and Big Bill. Number 9 is the Dyad. Number 8 is Ruby Soho. Number 7 is Ricky Starks. Number 5 is number 6 is Natalya. Number 5 is Rhea Ripley. Number 4 is Samoa Joe. Number 3 is Kenny Omega. Number 2 is Jey Uso. And number 1, of course, is MJF and Adam Cole. Now, if you want to, go ahead and get your top 10s in the comments or whatnot. And let me know if I can tweak a little bit. Maybe some people in there that I did not put in there that I should have put in there or whatnot. But I love y'all so much. I will see y'all on Monday. Where I, of course, will talk about AEW Collision. Have a great time over there. And we'll look at some news. As well, all right? I love y'all so much. Do not forget that tomorrow, get your questions in. You have until Thursday. Don't forget I'm on the TikToks at DNostranavis. Also, don't forget I'm on Twitter as well. That is going to be the real Derrick, DERRICK 86. Don't forget about over there. And also, I do have a Facebook group page. I have a Facebook group page. It is called WrestleCram Super Club. WrestleCram Super Club. It is not private. It's for everybody to enjoy. I'm posting on there on a regular basis. I love y'all so much. The best is truly yet to come. Until next time, love, peace, and of course, wrestling.